MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Game 1 of this 4-game set straight ahead between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Paul Goldschmidt looks to notch his 200th hit of the season. Coming up next. Number 62, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
One of the keys to look for with this guy this afternoon, he's had a really difficult time getting people out with runners in scoring position. Over 300 average against coming into this start. He's really struggled when there's been traffic on the bases, and this is something he's going to have to clean up.
And that brings up Javi Baez. And we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch on its way. First pitch of the ball game misses here, and that's how we begin this 4-game weekend set. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They've been pretty much unstoppable the last couple of weeks or so. Winners of 9 straight ball games.
Matty, you have a chance to win 9 ball games in a row. All you're thinking about, first off, everything's going right. All facets of the game are coming together. Team is playing exceptionally well right now. But your eyes on that double digits. There's very few teams that rattle off a double-digit win streak throughout the course of the year. They have that opportunity today.
The 1-1 is looked at off the plate for a ball. 67 degrees our game time temperature. Now the 2-1 pitch.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone to open up the ball game.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Here's Jason Hayward now. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. Hayward is simply an all-around great defensive outfielder. Not only does he have great range and great hands, he's also got a plus arm, one that base runners and base coaches certainly have to be mindful of.
Absolutely. When you are in the meeting room preparing for this guy, it is the first thing that jumps off the page. Do not take the extra base.
1 out, nobody on. Fouled off. The 0-2 once more. And he fouls this one off. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
fouled away.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Again, a 1-2.
One thing to take note of is how these last two batters have really driven up his pitch count. He's had to use 14 pitches already on them, and he's not even through this guy yet. 14 is near the top end of what you want to throw in a complete inning.
Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
The 3-2 pitch. This is indeed a battle. The 11th pitch coming up. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. And now he'll step off as they look for a strikeout pitch. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks, and it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
Here's Chris Bryant now. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Hey, you know, D-Row, the book kind of on Earl Hendricks is he likes one side of the plate or the other. Could it be where he sets up behind the catcher?
It could be, Dan, but as a hitter, that's all you look for. I'll give you a little bit off the outside edge if you're going to be consistent with it.
Ball taken there, 2-1 now. Two out, nobody on. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And Goldschmidt will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Cubs are down in order. Nothing for the Cubs to start. Cards coming up next. You're dialed into MLB Network. Yu Darvish gets the call for game one of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
You know, Matt, his last one wasn't horrible, but this guy did give up 5 runs in his last start. He was tagged with the loss, and he's going to look to be a lot better in this one here today.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, Colton.
Now here's the pitch. Low for ball one. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Happ is there, and he has it for the first out.
Batting second, the right fielder,
Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. What do you think they need to do to keep the winning streak a-rolling, D-Row?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes, battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher. They do not strike out. He is going to have to grind. He is going to have to keep the ball in the ballpark, and his defense is going to have to be on point.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now here's a drive out to right center field. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he's in there easily at second with a one-out double.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. Edman leads off second with one gone in the inning. There's a line drive out toward the gap in right center. As he arrives at second without a play as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Every manager and every pitcher in the league loves to play with an early lead, and they've got one here. Back-to-back doubles put them up by a run with the opportunity to stretch the lead here with another dangerous hitter set to step up.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. It's been a big season for him in the power department, closing in on a home run title.
And what's amazing about this, Dan, you see guys get hot. When they get hot, it's usually base hits and doubles. Not the case with this monster. He's driving everything he sees out of the ballpark.
Absolute pitcher's nightmare right now. On point with the fastball. You throw him a breaking ball, it better be a good one, because if you hang it, he's going to bang it.
That misses to the Cardinal shortstop, and it's even at 1-1. Runner at second here with one man out. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at bat. One might be coming right here.
Drive by DeYoung. This ball is hit well to left field. Left fielder looking up. Gone! Paul DeYoung connects for a two-run home run. 46 now for him on the season, and the Cardinals lead it now 3-0.
Start this one off. The score is top of the frame, and you answer with a bomb in the bottom of the first.
Here's Matt Carpenter. Line toward right center. Half arranged to his left and put it away. 2 down. So striding forward now, Tyler O'Neill. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. He's set and the pitch. And that's by him. It's 0-1. Three runs already home here. Heading out towards shallow right. Hayward giving chase. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Darvish a check on first, and the runner back easily. So that'll bring in Harrison Bader, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He enters play with 14 home runs to his credit this year. Darvish pauses, coming at him with the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Schwarber is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We'll head to the top of the second. It's now a 3-0 lead for St. Louis. Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
The 1-0. Misses for the second ball. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Contreras hits a little over the 270 mark. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Contreras swings, and this is well hit to left. And gone up into the second deck. A solo shot that time for Wilson Contreras, number 22 on the year, and the Cubs are on the board. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
That wasn't a particularly deep home run by today's standards, but it certainly did scream out of the park in a hurry. You see there on show track an impressive 112 miles an hour off the bat.
So in now for Chicago, Anthony Rizzo. And as the season nears an end, he currently leads the league in runs batted in.
And although he's in line for the RBI title, the pace has kind of slowed recently with only 5 RBIs in his last 10 ball games.
You know, D-Roy, he's been on such a hot stretch all season long. It would be nearly impossible for him to drive in a run every single game. He's been close to it, but 5 RBIs in the last 10 is nothing to shake a stick at either.
No outs, nobody on. One and one, the count to the Cubs' first baseman.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
And now a pitch on the way. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball. In now, Kyle Schwarber. And it's fouled away.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Weak grounder down the line at third. Bases are empty. One man out. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
1-2. Count.
Now here's the pitch. Easy take there as the off-speed pitch misses well inside.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive. Not being very aggressive right now.
The 2-2.
Count is full.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Popped him up. O'Keefe over to his left. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Pitch on the way. Happ, a switch hitter that stands in at an even 6 feet tall. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. And he misses with it. 1-1. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. And he'll step off. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2.
Hey, nice job of bouncing back after the leadoff homer. 2 quick outs after the bomb, and he's got a chance to get out of this.
The 1-2. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. One and two, here it comes. Line drive to left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. But the Cubs do get one back on the solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Cubs 1. Stepping in, Brian O'Keefe. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Now time is asked for at home plate and granted by the umpire back there, Earl Hendricks. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes this the other way to right. And that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit.
Hey, the offense did their homework coming into this one. There's another leadoff knock in the second. That makes five hits already for these guys.
Now time is marked out by the home plate umpire. So now to the plate, number 62. Now a bunt attempt here. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Hayward. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
The batter, the second baseman, Colton Wong.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Colton Wong. He's set. Here it comes.
Hey, the way this guy on the mound's been struggling to find the zone, I'm not mad at the guy taking a pitch.
Here's the 0-1. Lifted the other way to left center. Left fielder is on the move. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
The right fielder, number 19, Tommy Edman.
Digging in the switch hitter, Tommy Edman. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
A ball and no strikes. A runner on first with 2 away. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Left fielder giving chase, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And he's safe getting back to second as he might have been pushing it to try to move up more than 90 feet.
Wow, and the hits just keep piling up for them. Take a look at the numbers here. That's already 6 hits, and we're only in the second inning. We'll see if they can keep this up as the innings go on.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, as Darvish will jump ahead of him here with strike 1. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch.
Oh. 1-1.
Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. 2 down, runners at first and second. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Darvish pauses. 2-2 on its way. Grounder down the line at third. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And a full count to Paul Goldschmidt. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
You know, that's sort of a tough one since it's only the second inning, but I think it's about knowing your pitcher and how they respond. He's had some struggles here, so I think he's just reminding him to let those go and focus on the next batter.
So Paul DeYoung digs in next. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a screamer, but this one's not going to stay fair. Looking at his career totals, DeYoung carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. He's set. The 0-1. Smoke toward third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. On to first, and the Redbird rally goes for naught as that ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this.
Welcome back to Busch Stadium, home of the Cardinals, who've proven to have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball this year. With one of the best team ERAs in the league, it's pretty clear they command a lot of attention and praise. Before the game, one pitcher told me that he thinks their success comes in large part due to their strikeout abilities, a category where they also rank near the top of the league. He said even when we do get ourselves into trouble, most of us can dial up a strikeout and help get ourselves out of it. And that makes a huge difference over the course of a season. Power arms and nasty stuff. Apparently that is the key to pitching, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Jason Kipnis stands in as he looks at ball one here. Kipnis, or Kip for short. He was taken in the second round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Fouled off. Taken high and deep to right. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 11,
That was textbook outfield technique right there. So take notes, kids. He knew right where he was, and he does a great job of feeling for the wall while keeping his eyes on the ball. That's how you do it, and he makes the catch.
The next Cub up, Yu Darvish, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now the pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike one. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. Third inning here. 3-1 our score. Cubs pitcher at the plate, trailing with a 1-2 count. Down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Now here's the pitch. This one's flared toward left center. DeYoung onto the grass. He can't get there as it falls in.
the bat, number 9, shortstop, Javier Baez.
Here's Javier Baez as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Baez, a native of Puerto Rico. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now. pulled high in the air out to left field. O'Neill waits on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the right fielder, Jason Hayward.
So the runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. From the belt, kicks and deals, and he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1 lifted into center field. Bader will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1 left for the Cubs, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Digging in for his second at-bat, Matt Carpenter hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
And a high strike there, 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hit hard down the right field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. One and 2, here it comes. Grounded up the first baseline. And this is going to be a foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect Harrison Bader, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Hit on the ground toward the left. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals, as the lead remains 3-1. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
All right, Heidi, thank you. All set for the start of the fourth. And next will be the imposing power bat, Chris Bryant.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Ball one to start the at-bat. The 1-0.
One ball, one strike.
Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Goldschmidt over to his right. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting.
So we saw the fastball there as he got the pop out, and that'll segue right into our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And as you see there, just 1 mile an hour separating these two arms so far. 96 on one hand, 95 on the other. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Wilson Contreras, and he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around. Pitch on the way. Back up the middle, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. In the dirt here, and a nice job keeping it close. It's ball one. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Now the 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
The 2-0 on the way. And this is on the ground to short. Could be two. Wong for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. They still trail it here 3-1. Into the box, Brian O'Keefe. He reached on a single in his first try.
The catcher, Brian O'Keefe.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. A bouncer up the middle. And this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit.
Hey, nice AB right there. With the pitcher coming to the plate, your job is to get on in front of him. This should be interesting. Does he get the bunt sign? Do we play a little billy ball and pull it back and try and play chicklets with the third baseman? See what happens.
To the plate now, number 62. Tries to bunt his way on here, but this is a foul ball. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. The 0-1. Tries to drop one down here, but he misses. Strike two. 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Struck him out.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Colton Wong will stand in, as he'll take a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll be off the wall in right center. O'Keefe ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. Safe at the plate, as it's now a 4-1 ball game.
Well, the beat goes on with this guy. Runner in scoring position. No doubt when he comes up, he's thinking RBI. What does he do? Double to drive it, another run. This guy is a money run producer.
At the plate, Tommy Edman, as he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make or break moment in this game. When you're playing a first place team, you can't expect to fall way behind early in the game and then mount a comeback.
Pulled toward right center field. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now back, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Stepping up to the plate, Paul Goldschmidt. It was a walk in his last trip. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Oh, tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Yeah, and with 2 outs, the pitcher was mentally in the dugout already. Now he's got to regroup and find a way to get out of this. Hard not to feel for the guy.
It'll be the 4-hole hitter, Paul DeYoung. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
It's really hard to match up this poor performance when you dive into the numbers. This guy's thrown over 80% of his first pitches for strikes, but he's going to need to have to clean his stuff up a little bit better and get the...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 1 for the Cardinals thanks to this man, Colton Wong. We played 4. St. Louis leads it 4-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
So a new pitcher set to go here as the right-hander Adam Wainwright gets the call.
Adam Wainwright.
New inning set to get underway, and next to bat will be the outfielder Kyle Schwarber. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough to score some runs.
Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
The center fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
Standing in, Ian Happ. His career line against Wainwright. He's batting .500, 6 for 12. 2 of those hits were for home runs. First offering on its way. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Fifth inning here in a 4-1 ball game. This is line to left. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as Wainwright's able to jump ahead of him here with strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And it's quickly 0-2. One run, 4 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. And another foul ball. Here's another 0-2. And he struck him out.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
Into the box, Yu Darvish, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Cubs strand 1, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Digging in now will be Matt Carpenter. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about the best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
From the stretch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. This is pulled into right, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard. He'll get it into second, but it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Stepping into the box, Tyler O'Neill. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
First delivery to him on the way.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
A ball and a strike. Now a drive out to left center field. He's in at second safely. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Back-to-back doubles now, and that's a great way to get an inning going. The leadoff man shows him how it's done, and he comes right behind him following suit. Lacing a double of his own could be a big inning if this continues.
The Chicago manager up out of the dugout now as he'll make the slow walk to the mound. And he's going to signal to the bullpen that'll be all for Yu Darvish. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Tyler Chatwood, a right-hander standing 6 foot even, will take over the pitching duties here.
Tyler Chatwood.
Into the box now, Harrison Bader. And he popped him up back into foul territory behind first. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. A runner at second, nobody out. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, sped him up, slowed him down. It's got him down 0-2. I think he could pretty much go anywhere right here. I'd be surprised if anything misses over the heart of the plate.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hayward moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Now back, the pitcher, Brian O'Keefe.
At the plate, Brian O'Keefe. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave him.
This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Chatwood certainly comes at you with the big fastball, but the only knock on it is the apparent lack of control he has over that pitch. Might not always know where it's going, and that can make things a little dicey for pitching coaches.
Matty V, well, we're looking for velo. We're looking for velocity. That's what this guy is. But unfortunately, what comes with him is command and control tends to leave him at times. He could get a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts, but he can also walk a ton of guys.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Adam Wainwright. First at bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. He's set, and the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. There's Baez. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. Cards get 1 in the inning on the RBI double. 5 innings complete. It's now 5-1. All set for the start of the inning, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Javier Baez.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Hit down the third baseline, but this is foul for the first strike. 1 pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. That strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Now back, right fielder.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward. First pitch on its way. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. No hits to this point. And another strike. Good fastball under the hands. It's 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're down here 5-1. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Colton Wong. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him.
That's inside. Ball.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
The 1-0.
Hey, up. 1-1.
Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front.
Unless you're willing to sell out and try and take one part of the field out of play and just work the ball up the middle the other way, it's extremely difficult when a guy's throwing this hard to stay back on a breaking ball. Either commit and be all in on a fastball, or try and find a way to work the ball the other way to keep you back on the off speed.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
So stepping in, Tommy Edman. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Now here's a shot out to right center field. And he is in the second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Standing in now, Paul Goldschmidt. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, Devo, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
Paul DeYoung will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a two-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. From the belt, kicks and deals. High in the air out towards shallow right. Hayward coming on. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. And they get the double play at third. So they pick up no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. 7th inning coming up. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Cubs 1. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. And the pitch.
No, ball.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
And he lays off the pitch down and away. Ball 2. Now the 2-1 pitch. Is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
And this will find the wall deep in the corner. The throw into second, not in time, and he's in there with a double.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. That evens it up 1-1. Line drive to left. Oh, and he misses it. And they'll get it in quickly. It's 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
Up next to the time, the left fielder.
Ready now, Kyle Schwarber, and their runners at the corners now. First pitch coming from Wainwright.
Awesome execution right there. Great pitcher's pitch and an excellent job to get ahead in a tough spot.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
In now, Ian Happ, as Wainwright's able to jump ahead of him here with strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 0-1 delivery. And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. 1-1. Lined hard toward right center. And that is down for extra bases, as this will get 1 home and maybe 2. He pulls into second safely, as a run will score on the play as well.
Never say never in this game, folks. It's late and the clock is ticking, but that RBI double might start making believers out of the entire dugout. We'll see if they can build on it and maybe get back into this thing.
To the plate now, Jason Kipnis, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 1-0. Weak grounder down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Second and third here, 1 man out. And he fouls this one off. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. The next 1-2 pitch.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And this is swung on and missed, so they come right after him, and it remains second and third, but with 2 away now. David Bodie will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 13, David Bodie.
Had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. Now a swing and a fly ball, but this will land untouched. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
Ready with the 1-2.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Here's the 1-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Cubs pick up a run on the RBI double. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Cubs 2. Alec Mills gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
number 30, Alec Mills.
Last half of the 7th here, and that brings up Matt Carpenter.
The third baseman, Matt Carpenter.
Now time is asked for at home plate and granted by the umpire back there, Earl Hendricks. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Big swing by Carpenter, and this is out to deep right. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A solo shot down the line in right. Number 36 on the year for him as they open it up to 6-2 now.
Not very nice. You come in from the bullpen and you get greeted with a bomb. He's going to have to hit the reset button pronto.
Stepping in now, Tyler O'Neill. Line drive to center field. Hap is right there, one down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
Into the box now, Harrison Bader. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First pitch on its way. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Into the box, Brian O'Keefe, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. The 1-0. On a line, that's a base hit into left field. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Well, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
The pitcher, number 50.
At the plate, Adam Wainwright, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. Ready with the 1-0 pitch.
Outside, ball.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Here he comes on 2-0. Lifted into center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. Now the relay home. And he is safe at the plate as they continue to pile on. It's now a 7-2 ball game.
Hey, talk about having a productive inning. You like to see that. You like to add on runs anytime you can. And the sac fly here gives their team another insurance run, and they're starting to blow this thing wide open.
Here comes the first pitch. Colton Wong is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
That's wide, 2-0.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
2-0 pitch on the way. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway.
2-1.
The 2-1 home. Popped him up. Baez has a play. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Another good inning for the Cardinals as the usual sea of red love what they're seeing. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring forth the power-speed combination, Javier Baez.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez.
2-1's the count.
Bounce to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Time now for our starter comparison, and that tells the story. As you can see, neither guy able to get past 5 innings. So one gone here in the Chicago 8th, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. Now he'll step off. First pitch on its way.
That's the ball. 1-0.
The 1-0.
Yeah!
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Sinker, 3-2 now. Now the payoff pitch home. And awfully close there on 3-2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4.
Looked like he might have gotten squeezed a little bit right there, and you know he's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
In now, Chris Bryant. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what is he doing? He shows up, Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
Standing in now, Wilson Contreras, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. He's had a great game so far, and a triple would complete the cycle. Contreras in front, 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Two balls and a strike to count. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Fouled away.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
And it's fouled away. Again, another foul ball.
Hey, 5 foul balls in a row. Loving the battle in the box right here, making the pitcher work.
Now another 2-2. Grounded down the third baseline. Here's another 2-2. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Popped him up. And Wong will make the catch to retire the side. 1 left for the Cubs. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Rowan Wick is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 50.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And coming forward is the switch hitting outfielder, Tommy Edman.
Tommy Edman.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Liner toward right center. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one.
Now batting, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
In now, Paul Goldschmidt. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be two. To second for one. On to first. A double play.
Really good pitch from the pitcher right there. Down in the zone, hits on top of it, induces the ground ball double play.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Paul DeYoung. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Here comes the first pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Wick has pitched just under 60 innings. And when you look at his whip over those innings, it's not a particularly pretty number, over 1.5. So he's often dealing with a lot of traffic on the base paths, unfortunately. 1-0 count. Here it is. His eyes lit up on that one above the zone, but he comes up empty. Wick, a right-hander standing 6'3". He was a 9th-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Now a curveball ripped down the left field line. That's a fair ball.
Well, that's demoralizing right there. Nice job by the offensive player getting the head out. That's got to upset you, thinking that ball might have went foul.
You know, you hear it all the time that the game baseball is a game of inches. 1 inch one way or the other could have been the difference between a foul ball and a base hit right over the third base bag.
So now to the plate, Matt Carpenter. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1 left for the Cardinals. They're on top 7-2. All set to start the 9th in this one, and that brings in Anthony Rizzo.
The first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
First pitch coming from Wainwright. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Reined in. And the toss goes to Wainwright at the bag for the out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Now at the plate, Kyle Schwarber. First offering on its way. Ran one in on him there as this is hit softly to third. Throw on to first gets him, and that means the Cubs are down to their final out now.
The center fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
Digging in, Ian Happ. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. On its way is pitch number 75.
Pretty much an obligatory take that time.
Yeah, when the first 2 guys in the inning make first pitch outs, you really don't have much choice.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this will be a called strike 2, and trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
Hey, this is an amazing inning right here. Attacking the zone, keeping his defense invested. Chance to get off the field super quick.
The Cubs are down to their final strike here. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Man, I don't care who you roll out there against these guys. That's 10 wins in a row for them, so they feel like they can beat anybody in the league right now, and they're making it look awfully easy, too.
And this evening's ends at a 7-2 finish. St. Louis with a big 17-hit attack. Adam Wainwright earns the victory, his 11th in relief this year. Yu Darvish was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.